Thank you, Zoo. I want you to picture this scene in your mind. You go to Fully Book to buy a journal to take notes since you've not been taking notes at class and you've been slacking. Then a few months pass by, the journal hasn't even been touched yet. Maybe a few notes here or there, but not consistently. Before we start, if you want to join me, please prepare a notebook and pencil or pen as I give tips or suggestions on what to do with your journal. When taking notes, there are two main segments, hard copy and soft copy. I'm pretty sure you guys know what this is, so I won't dig in as much here. When taking notes in class, here are stuff you need to remember. Write down key facts. Take note of the important things and summarize it for better understanding. It can take time to learn and listen for the main idea and key facts, so keep trying and don't give up. Don't overdo it. Don't go crazy taking notes, though you'll be frantic if you try to write down every word that's said in class. And if you focus too much on getting your notes right, you might miss listening on what the teacher is saying. Compare. Keep your notes handy when you're doing your reading assignments. Compare what you wrote with what the readings say, and you can add to your notes as you read. Going over your notes with a friend and comparing what the two of you put down can help you guys on what to remember. Organize. Keep notes for each subject and in one place so you can find everything easily when it comes time for our test. This could mean keeping a notebook or a section of a notebook for each subject to take notes in class. Some people combine the copying technique with organization by just using one notebook for class notes, then copying these notes into smaller notes. But the trick here is you have to do it regularly, because if you don't, your notes will be, let's say, chaotic when it's time to study for the test. Good note taking takes time. But the time and reviewing is really helpful. Here's an example of my mom's planner that she did this year. As you can see, there are lists, things to do, and our schedule. Were you able to take that down? Also to note, pun intended, you can do all of this online through your gadget. Here are a few suggestions on what to put on your journal besides taking notes in class and planning. Write down your goals every day. You can keep a daily log. You can journal 3 things that you're grateful for every day, your favorite verses, and also your answer to what's the best thing that happened to me today. Not only will it improve your handwriting, but it will also give you a positive mindset to start your day. Also, if you like to doodle, do it. Here's an example of one of the notebooks that I have. So you can see there are Bible verses. So whenever I look at the start of the notebook, I can read these Bible verses, a few definitions, and some paragraphs. Now, I don't want to sugar baby this topic. So whenever there are pros, there are also cons. Con number 1, if you hide behind a computer, people will think that you are working, but it's not the same with a notebook. But technically the opposite. They'll see you as some artsy species. Most people are like that, but it's kind of sad. Con number 2, when you are using a fountain pen, your hand is likely to be spread with ink, which is really hard to wash. I tried to think of more cons, but I really couldn't think of any. I guess writing your notes in a notebook and computer is a really good thing. I hope my illustration was helpful to you. Thank you and God bless.